The marae is an iconic cultural treasure in New Zealand, but many are struggling to maintain their facilities and others need to grow. Marae DIY brings together the tribe, skilled tradies and a whole community of supporters.
10 minutes everyone, let's us! Nothing can go wrong.
As we dig into special projects in true DIY spirit.
Last board put up.
To renovate and restore the marae in only 4 days.
Marae DIY April!
Coming up, we take on a first ever DIY challenge and push this whānau to their renovation limits.
We've still got metal to do, still got boxing to do, so yeah, she's a bit of a panic at the minute.
Follow me now. We gonna tika gonna Hana mai whānau. Marae DIY. Gonna tika whakapai.
Tukua mai kia piri, tukua mai kia tata. Whakaeke mai ki te pai o Marae DIY.
Ai, tēnā koutou e hoa mā. Welcome to Marae DIY, the show that helps whānau achieve their DIY dreams on marae all across the country.
This week, we're heading to the Rotorua area. Positioned near some of the region's best lakes and forests is Apumoana Marae.
Apumoana has survived through a long and colourful history of use, disrepair, rebirth and renovation over the last 100 years. Apumoana has 2 wharenui, one old and one new, but over the years both wharenui have begun to degrade. Apumoana o Te Ao Kohatu is a wharenui of historical significance and needs some TLC to keep it preserved and protected from Rotorua's unique environment. Te Ao Hall's roof is rapidly deteriorating. The mattress room isn't weatherproof and is just not functional for the whānau's growing needs. There's no disabled access to the toilets. The washroom has no ceiling or ventilation. Around the back, the playground area is not only an eyesore, but it's become hazardous. It's not up to safety standards and needs to be dismantled. At the front, the fencing is falling apart. The waharoa roof is deteriorating and the whole structure is flimsy.
Kia ora Marae DIY!
Nau mai haere mai ki te tautoko, a Apumoana e! E!
The whānau give a big welcome to the Marae DIY team and supporters and are welcomed onto the marae with the challenge to get this place back up to scratch in just 4 days. On this DIY, we're going to strengthen and re-roof the waharoa, paint the old wharenui roof and completely re-roof the new wharenui with colour steel Endura. We'll build a wheelchair ramp to the toilets. In the dining hall, we're installing a brand new grid ceiling from Potter Interior Systems. We're insulating, lining and making a new ceiling for the mattress room. On the landscaping side, we'll put up a new fence at the front, remove some trees and make new gardens at the front and back. We'll build a new fence and entrance for the playground area and install brand new play equipment.
The whānau of Apumoana have come out in force to give their marae a much-needed renovation.
Aye, and they're going to need to put in a hearty effort to get all the projects done. So let's get this DIY underway. Ho mai te ihi, ho mai te kaha, tīmata!
Landscaping is a huge part of Apumoana's DIY, so Marae DIY landscaper DCG is rallying the workers.
All the ponga fencing in the front, except for the live ones, from that corner right the way around all to here, all has to come out. Yep, go for it.
And there's a whole range of building tasks to keep Hare and his team of builders busy.
Main scope, the roof, the waharoa. Today's getting the concrete in. Tomorrow we'll be doing the framing, but we'll worry about that tomorrow. The main thing is to get that concrete down. Has to be down.
I'll need a hand. I'm going to take the doors out.
Okay.
Ramp there.
Will you use this gentleman? Yeah, he's an engineer, but with handy skills.
I've got a bad back, so I don't want to be lifting anything.
Too much money in your pocket, Matua. You got to move the wallet to the front. Okay? Let's enjoy it, eh? Okay, let's do it.
There's a whole lot of different jobs to do here, so there's no time to waste.
Boys, I need a head over here. Let's get this colour steel. We need to move it right around the corner so it's out of the way of the tree so the tree can come down. Let's go.
Apumoana has a very active marae committee and each of its members have a key role in the DIY project. Tasked with coordinating them all over the next few days is Maria Oliver.
It's my tūranga waiwai. It's where my heart is. My manawa is here, my puku.
Apumoana Marae is 100 years old this year and has always held a strong position in Te Arawa. But by the 1960s, Apumoana Marae had fallen into disrepair.
I was a young mum and I had a little 6-year-old who said to me one day, "Mum, you never take us to your marae." So I brought her here, and at that time there was just the whare tūpuna here standing in knee-high grass. And tana kōrero kia hau, kare koe whakamāna, Mum. Look at your house, doesn't it make you embarrassed? So I left here determined that I had a responsibility to do something about it. So I tried several avenues. No one wanted to listen because the job was going to be too big. So in desperation, I put an ad in the paper asking people who were connected or had an interest in the ongoing survival of the whare tūpuna to please come to a hui. So on the day of the hui, there was something like 100 people turned up, and that was the beginning of it.
The newly focused Marae Committee built a new wharenui, a new wharekai and restored the old wharenui, making the marae functional for the people of the area again. But it's time to give the marae a fresh DIY boost.
It's a very, very busy marae. And so when you have constant wear and tear, and we weren't generating enough revenue to keep the place fluid. So things suffer in the process. You have a small group of people working really extremely hard to keep the marae functioning. You know, we're all old now, we're pakeke now. And so that's been our great struggle.
So where the wind is cutting in...
Over at the Waharoa, a change in plans is adding more jobs to an already heaving DIY schedule.
Well, Dees has decided to pull out the panga. He doesn't want the panga to go back in there because in his opinion it'll look too dark. And he wants to let more light in, so what we're going to do is change the sides of the Waharoa. So we're just building it as we go. Okay, so DCG has decided to pull the panga from the sides of the Waharoa. And what we're going to try and do is let a bit of light in here. But we're also going to screen it because we know the prevailing wind.
Thank you. That was my question.
Is that okay?
Kei te pai.
You happy with that?
Kei te pai.
Haere tonu?
Ai, taua. Me haere taua.
Giving the marae a new renovation is important work for the whānau and especially for the kuia of the marae.
Kei te pēhea o whakaaro te haerenga mai o tēnei kaupapa ki roto i tēnei kāinga.
Ana ka te tiro haere ka mōhio me whakatika haere e tahi o ngā whare o konei. E kai te tino kua hau, kua haere mai koutou, ki te āwhina i a mātou, ki te tautoko, me te hāpori hoki rātou, ngā ringa kaha kua haere mai, koina te mea nui, kia ora ai te marae.
Well, I like to see the improvements that's happening around the marae. It's going to make a great difference. It's a very popular marae, especially with schools. A lot of school children overseas, they come here, they stay a week, 3 days, 4 days, you know. So this is part of them, it's part of us and part of our past. So it's good to see our mokopuna children here on the marae working. It's just awesome. It makes you feel proud.
After taking one last look, the kuia must leave the marae in the hands of their whānau and won't be able to come back until all the mahi is done on day 4.
Ka ke te he. E tino pai tēnei rā, he rā tino a pāhua. Ai, kua mahi e tahi o ngā mahi. He rā no a pōpō. Ai, ka ke te. Hare mai e hoa, ka hare tāua.
The change in plan to build new walls for the Waharoa has put Hare and the team under a bit of pressure.
What normally happens is we have concrete last pour 5 o'clock, but we thought, you know, there was heaps of us this morning. We'll move it to 1 o'clock, and it's 5 to 1. We're not even halfway there. We've still got metal to do, we've still got boxing to do, so yeah, she's a bit of a panic at the minute.
Coming up, we're short on equipment, so the whānau have to dig deep for their waharoa.
Busy trying to run around trying to find a digger. Actually, a digger, a truck, and some wheelbarrows.
Marae DIY. Gonna whakatika tika. Whakapai pai. Marae DIY. Gonna whakatika tika. Whakapai pai.
The whānau of Apumoana want to develop their space to be functional for the ever-evolving role of the marae, but its facilities are lacking in a range of areas, including the wharekai ceiling, the wharenui roof, and the waharoa. The waharoa is the first thing you see when you arrive, so the whānau are working to strengthen and improve the design, and they urgently need to prepare the ground for its new concrete floor so they're under a bit of pressure.
So we're just trying to hunt down some wheelbarrows. A little bit short on wheelbarrows. We've got two. We've got two on the run at the moment. The old digger didn't turn up because he was organising the digger. Hasn't shown up, so busy trying to run around trying to find a digger. Actually, a digger, a truck, and some wheelbarrows. We'll get there. They've been laying some concrete in the waharoa here and just trying to get the level right. The plan was the digger was going to come in and take it all out, so everybody's getting some well-overdue exercise too, I think.
Without a digger, Hare's team of whānau and New Zealand Army builders are working overtime, and as the concrete truck arrives, they've only just started the boxing.
We've just got the back boxing on, we just got to get the hard fill in. Yeah, we won't be too long, brother. It's all good.
They're up against the clock. But there's another surprise for Hare.
We've dug to our base of our platform and realised that the old posts are only about 100 mils deep into the ground, so we had to take them out because they're just sitting there anyway. They're a bit titaha. So we've got to build new seats. Yeah, we weren't going to, we're just going to use the old seats, work off the old frame. So yeah, more extra work. Oh, well, just got to get on with it, eh? Kapoi.
We've got a lot happening right now across the whole marae area. We're working out the front, the back, inside and out, and we're even up on the roof, making this a bit of an epic DIY.
Oh, it's good to be working here to help out, like I helped out on our marae, and I don't mind coming here at all. Magical.
It's awesome seeing new faces and meeting new people and seeing our marae revitalised.
We're stripping off the roof at the moment and we're going to start laying the paper down and then we're going to chuck the roof back on, new iron. So that's what's going on around here, Beck.
And so how are you feeling so far, seeing so many changes happening already?
Oh, it's just mean, you know. Yeah, we've always had a beautiful marae here, but you know, I think it just needed a bit of more aroha and manakita. So yeah, it's just awesome to see the whānau here all pulling together.
I belong to this marae through my grandmother. I'm doing all the ceilings inside the wharekai for the whānau. Got a gang of 8 of us, 4 of my sons, 3 of my grandchildren, and 2 of my nephews.
I'm delivering nourishment to the workers. Good, wholesome, homemade soup. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing day, amazing experience. A very humbling experience. Yeah. And we're blessed with beautiful weather, you know. Te hina ki tia, ngā mahi.
As the concrete finally pours, the whānau and Ngāti Tūmātoenga engineers are ready to move on to the next task, the wharenui roof. So a local company is here to install the last of the safety scaffolding.
So at the moment we're just going to complete the edging for the roofers to work safely and the builders. That's what we do.
Before taking off the old roof, they'll need to carefully remove the teko teko. The carving represents the eponymous ancestor Apumoana, after whom the marae is named. To find out more about this renowned chief, I'm taking a stroll in the nearby ngahere with one of the marae committee's members.
Kāri tawhiti atu I te kāinga I Apumoana ra. Koenei ngā whenua o mua o Apumoana?
Ai, wera tētahi o ngā whenua a Apumoana, a tūhaurangi. O tira Ngāti Tūmata wera ka no. Noho mai ki tēnei takiwa, ko te wā o nui tēnei te whakarewarewa. I aua wāra, I aia katoa ngā mana. Ngā mana katoa o ngā roto moana. Uia te tangata te whawhai, ki he kairākau, he toa. I aia katoa, I aia hoki ngā ngā tino taua, o taua wāra.
E hoa kua tae mai te kaupapa ki roto i a koutou. A kai te heke te wera i tēnei wā i runga i te marae. A ke nepea ko koe hoki ka piko te tuara. Hoi anō te DIY nei. Kei te pēheo whakaaro ki tēnei māhua.
Raue, e no mātou ki te maringa nui ko tae mai tēnei hōtaka ki te mau nei ngā kōrero. I ngā mahi a te whānau. I whakatika hia e whakapaipai i tō tātou marae. Nāra hikaka te wairua.
Back at the marae, the whānau are really digging into the work. Landscaping is a significant part of this DIY, so DCG's got his work cut out for him.
Bit of a challenge here because quite a lot of landscaping going on, all different areas, a bit spread out. You know, we've got the panga fence here, whānau wanting to get rid of some of the trees in the yard here because they're creating problems with the branches dropping on the whare, and also they're not native, so they're really working hard with Scion here to bring native trees back in. And we've got the play area out the back, so it's sort of a bit hard keeping tabs on everything. There's a danger that something goes off on a tangent.
The whānau have a vision to improve and brighten up this area for the tamariki. So it's going to be a combined effort by the landscape and build teams to make this papatakaro happen.
How many chippies do you need here?
I reckon we just need one good chippy here. First thing tomorrow is when the digger's here, we'll dig all of this out.
Yeah, because we're at the bare minimum now.
Yeah.
So tomorrow then, that's down here.
Yep, what I want to do is get
here,
the fence marked out with a chippy. While that's getting dug out, and we'll get them pouring the concrete for here.
It takes a lot of preparation to get ready for a DIY this big, and Marae committee member Heidi has worked tirelessly to fundraise in the community, so the marae's ready for the DIY.
Feels like the last 6 months of my life have been about the DIY. So this has just been pretty surreal today, just knowing that things are going to change and improve around the marae, because there wasn't a lot of pretio within the marae itself. We really wanted to achieve what we are hoping to achieve by the end of this weekend. It does seem like a lot of work still to do, but hopefully, I think we're going to get there positive,
Lots of Apumoana whānau have turned up to offer their skills and make sure everything's just right.
The level of the panga fence pretty much ironed it up because the contour of the land is sloped. Existing posts that are there are not straight. Just trying to square her up. Once you cut it, you can't put it back on.
And now that the plan for the playground is in place, there's no time to waste. The posts for the new taiapa have to go in before the end of the day.
Sun's going down, but the boys are still keen, they're still pumping, everyone's here. Hey, we will get it done. If we don't, we're going to be in trouble tomorrow. So hey, we better get back to it.
It's been a massive day of mahi here at Apumoana Marae. Few changes to schedule, which means we've been pushed back a little, so tomorrow everyone has to go hard.
The whānau has to dig in, roll with those punches, so we'll see you guys after the break.
Coming up, we're out of supplies and can't finish the front fence.
Looking like we're about 20, maybe 40 short.
Marae DIY, gonna whakatika, whakapai. Marae DIY, gonna whakatika, whakapai.